Welcome to our Dinner Party Podcast. I'm Lindsay Jagger.
And I'm Keith Williams.
Welcome back. We are the pop culture podcast covering current events and hot topics. Today on the docket, we've got the Olympics, a Gone Girl documentary that you must watch. I'm going to make you. Hot dog cheating, AT&T, and Pop Tarts.
Pop Tarts.
Yeah. But first and foremost, shout out to our sponsor, Sparkling Ice. Keith, what you drinking today?
Today I grabbed out of the fridge the black raspberry sparkling ice plus caffeine.
Ooh.
So
you're really into the caffeine ones.
Go and get you some. I didn't have coffee this morning, so
there you go.
I figured it was the perfect time for caffeine.
'Tis.
And nice and chilled. It's got vitamins A, B, and D.
It's basically healthy.
Yeah, it's a healthy drink.
Sparkling Ice, they're looking out for us. Not only are they caffeinating us, hydrating us, they're also giving us our vitamins.
Oh, yes. Or the vitamins, if you're from...
And antioxidants. I don't even know what those really are, honestly, but hey.
There's 135 mcgs.
Heck yeah. Sparkling Ice, we couldn't do this without you. Or at least we'd be less jazzed to do it.
Yes, we'd be more thirsty.
Hate that for us.
Right.
But luckily, we don't have to think about it because Sparkling Ice. All right, let's get into our first topic today.
Yes.
I'm excited because I am an Olympics junkie, but this story stood out to me because it's insane. The US women's gymnastics team, led by Simone Biles, just unveiled their leotards.
Okay.
10,000 Swarovski crystals worth $3,000 on each
Wow.
suit.
That's insane. There's no need for that. So, like, you have other countries who are probably just happy to be there, and we're spending $3,000 on crystals.
I want to know if that's in your carry-on, right? We're not just throwing that. I mean, there's been a lot of stories about how the airlines are going broke now. Maybe put that in a carry-on.
Yeah.
Keep it in your backpack.
Yes, I would.
I don't know how one packs a crystalled leotard, but keep it safe. Keep it on you.
I hear too many horror stories of luggage getting lost, so that's a good plan.
And people getting things stolen, like just flat stolen out of their suitcase. Like,
I would hope the U.S. has a chartered flight.
I don't know. Do they send them all over together, though? I picture just like a bunch of larger planes with a lot of athletes. But the gymnastics team is kind of special, so maybe they get like a charter flight? Because that would be too many charter flights. That's a lot of athletes.
If one of them wants to tell us, we'd be happy to
Somebody
know.
can phone in. I would like that info. But I feel like they're definitely taking like a Delta, probably American over. I feel like American needs to be the airline to fly our American athletes.
Oh, absolutely.
To the Olympics.
Yeah.
They automatically get that contract for sure.
By default.
By default. Like, well, they've got the name.
Exactly.
Like, we could fly over and it could be Delta, but what does that even mean? Nothing to America.
Doesn't look good.
Doesn't look great that we bypassed American.
Big old American flag on the tail.
Exactly. It's like rolling in style.
Yeah.
And that is what these girls are going to do because 10,000, like they're going to sparkle like a diamond. They're just going to be like so glittery.
Sparkle. Yeah.
Like I feel like obviously there's probably a lot of lights in wherever they're performing. I can only imagine what that looks like under the lights, 10,000 crystals.
And like whenever one of them's doing all their spins and flips,
it's going to be like, ding, ding,
a
ding,
crystal
ding.
flies off.
Someone dies,
And
them in the eye.
they land on it and it cuts their foot and they're out.
Yeah. Well, that's the worst case scenario.
Yeah, that's what I go to. Somebody's got to think it all the way through.
Maybe these are so well constructed we don't have to worry about that though.
And I'm sure they've done it in the past.
Do you think the swim team, I feel like the swimmers always get the like short end of the stick every Olympics? Because like the last 2 Summer Olympics, haven't they had like some nasty pool they have to swim in? Brazil, the water was green. Now the Seine River is, I think they're supposed to compete in it and it's gross. Like I don't think it passed. It didn't pass the test. Like whatever their test was to see if it was going to be clean enough for swimming, didn't do it.
Oh, is this part of like the triathlon event?
I honestly have no idea. I don't know if it was genuinely a part of swimming or if it's part of the triathlon. Either way, people were supposed to swim in that river and it's nasty.
Yeah, that seems like a triathlon event because I feel like regular swimming is going to be in a pool.
Right, regulated in some way. I don't know, but what I do know is they probably don't have crystals on those Speedos.
No, that would cause drag.
Oh, you're
We
right.
don't want that.
Where it's like a benefit to look bedazzled and like eye popping to the gymnast, it would be a negative for the swimmer.
Yeah,
Who else could have crystals then?
mm,
Equestrian team.
yeah, the
I
equestrians.
think they can
Maybe
have it.
archery.
Okay.
Do they still do that?
Could you like end up blinding your like opponent if you just like did that right?
Well, I think now I don't watch a lot of archery,
Can't say I have.
but I think they do it one at a time.
Also, though, like in the Olympics, everyone watches archery, right? Like, I don't care what
Yes.
sport that you
That's the only time.
say you don't watch. Like, now you are, not only are you watching, you're a pro at it.
Yeah.
You can tell me all the statistics, and everyone in your office will also know the statistics.
Yeah, and
Like,
I think I remember doing that. I don't remember if it was the Olympics or just if it was on TV, but like skeet shooting. I feel
Yeah.
like it was the Olympics. I was like, this guy's no good.
yeah, you're like, have I ever gone skeet shooting?
Yeah.
No.
How did he
But
get
I
here?
definitely know that he should not be on our team.
No.
Where is the alternate? He's got to be better. What do you think the like, because every year there is kind of that odd sport that becomes like a Cinderella story ish. You know what I mean? Like, I think for the Winter Olympics, curling is like the like America's sweetheart sport where, because it's the sport everyone feels like they could do it.
Yes.
Like everyone's like, I could have been an Olympian. I just needed to learn how to do curling.
And they do all these little social media videos where they do like regular brooms and they do
Exactly.
silly stuff.
And I
Yeah.
want to know what it will be this year for the Summer Olympics. What random sport will America be taken by?
Well, I think they added new events. I'm not sure if it's this year or when, but I just saw in the news yesterday they're going to add flag football,
Oh.
but I don't think it's this year.
Yes, because there's a large population of women that compete, and it's like
Oh,
very
flag football?
competitive.
Okay.
I want to say Mexico is like really good in women's. But
Interesting.
I think it will be both men's and women's at the Olympics.
I think so.
But you're
yeah.
right. I don't think it's this go. I will become a flag football expert for that.
Yeah. What is this? 24. So maybe it's the 28 Olympics.
Sure. Can't wait.
They might be in there.
I've got tons of time to prep. Oh, okay. Wait. New goal. You and me are going to be the commentators in 4 years for flag football at the Olympics. We got this.
Oh, I would love to do that. I wanted to
Let's
be an
add it.
ESPN analyst.
Heck yeah.
Growing up, we could do it.
Everyone did at some point. But yeah, I'm in. Okay.
We're doing it.
Done. All right. Next topic, because this is the story that keeps on giving and we can't seem to get away from it.
Okay.
Let's rewind the clock to 4th of July in the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
Yes.
That we know now is put on by the World Eating League, I think, right? Or
Major League Eating.
Major League Eating. There we
Yeah.
go. Well, it
Wanna
turns
offend them.
out there's a cheater pumpkin eater,
Oh.
hot dog eater, not hot dog eater. That's actually a problem. Cheater, not hot dog eater.
Yeah.
Nick Weary, if I'm saying his name right, who is the husband of the women's champion Miko Sudo, is facing allegations of cheating at this year's contest. Now, again, Patrick Bertoletti is the winner, so this guy didn't win, but he did cheat. So he cheated to lose.
Yeah. I think I read that even if they don't count the plate, or if they do count it, I think his place stayed the same. So it doesn't really
so he was
matter.
really bad at cheating.
And yeah, who knows if he actually did? I think they like reviewed the footage.
It's very strange because I didn't realize that this is also how they tally the hot dogs.
Yeah, I
But
didn't
each
either.
plate has 5 hot dogs.
Yeah.
So when you have finished 5, you obviously have an empty plate. Someone takes the plate. My understanding is he like
It's okay.
grabbed
Yeah, empty
plates.
plate.
Yeah, something like that, added it to his stack. But it's not an honor system. So someone was also counting how many hot dogs he ate.
Yeah, just like, the old 90s.
Well, they know what they served you. So even if you end up with an extra plate, like they know what they served
That's
you.
true. Yeah. It's like the 90s Nickelodeon Guts show.
Oh,
Each
that's a
contestant
throwback.
had their own little counter. I love Guts.
I forgot about that show. Remember like Mayan Temple? Do you
Oh,
remember that
Legends
one?
of the Hidden Temple.
Heck yeah, that
Yes,
one.
that one's good.
That was a good Halloween costume back in the
Oh,
day.
I still want one of those shirts.
Heck yeah.
There's the purple parrots.
That is the exact one that was going through my mind. They
Yep.
were clearly better.
Was
I
it-
always wanted to be a
yeah,
purple parrot. What was the
parrots.
red monkey thing? Right? Like, wasn't red monkeys or something?
I think they were the green monkeys.
Green monkeys. They always, by the way, the green monkeys always lost. Like, I would have been so angry if I showed up to that show and got a green shirt because I've been like, wow.
Well, what about the
It's not us.
Barracuda team? Was it the Silver Barracudas? I don't feel like they ever did very good.
Oh, really? I thought the Barracudas were ones that won a lot. I feel like the monkeys lose. Also,
Yeah.
though, I think I would have peed my pants if a man, like a half-dressed man in
Yeah.
a jungle gym would have popped
Just
out.
popping out,
and
scaring
stole
people,
me.
stealing kids.
Yeah,
like, where'd they go?
That I can remember feeling genuinely terrified of that. Like when that would happen, I'd be like so worked up for these kids in that giant
Yeah.
jungle gym. I'd be like, oh man.
You got to earn that extra life medallion.
Yeah.
You have to have it.
You gotta have it. Though that took off years of my life because it added stress watching those
Oh,
kids do that.
I think I watched every episode. There
Yeah.
was some events that were cool. Like, I did like that they started each one with that water thing. It was always in the water, in the pool there.
Yeah, it
And
was.
they had to get
awesome that
across.
They had a pool, and then no matter what, you won a Schwinn bike.
Yeah.
That
They
was
had the best
The
prizes.
'90s had solid prizes
They
for
did.
all of those games.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be like a keyboard, Schwinn bike, something else by Mattel,
Yep.
Nintendo. Who else? Like it was just like classics.
Some like cool
Always some
the
like,
ratchet
yeah.
shoes.
Oh yes. Oh, the moon like
The
bounce
moon
shows.
shoes, and then they had
yes.
the ratchet screw shoes all the time.
Most things were from Japanese companies. Is really all I think.
Yeah, true.
And I don't know what's happening in Japan. I heard they're kind of in a financial crisis. But I hope they bring it back. Let's bring back all those fun things.
Yeah, if they had cooler
Let's do it
prizes,
again, Japan.
you know, the world would be different right now.
Yeah, maybe that's why people are sad, right? Like
Yeah.
people do feel less happy, and it's probably because none of us have Schwinn bikes. Like I don't have a Schwinn bike.
I
Do
don't
you
have a bike.
And that's we figured out what's wrong with the world.
Yeah.
Okay, done. Either way, Nick Weary. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I just feel like we're in deep to this Nathan's hot dog eating contest and
Yeah.
Joey Chestnut with his like September 2nd Netflix thing, and I needed
I
needed the world to know that
think
somebody
we know
actually
too much.
cheated.
We know too much about it now.
And I will say now that we know a lot about how they do advertising, like they really love the drama. George Shea like really hyped it up. So I think they're doing okay. Like I think they love that someone cheated.
They're
I
in
think
the news.
they're so happy
Yeah.
that they are able to run a story about cheating.
Because they still get to talk about it.
They still get to talk about
So-
it. This is like the best thing, honestly, that's
Yeah.
happened to Major League Eating since losing Joey Chestnut. Like this is the type of drama they want. I think they like it all.
Yeah, I was. I don't know if any of this is true, but I was talking to some other friends this week.
You've got Major League Eating hearsay.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. I was talking to some friends about it, and they were like, "Well, I heard that Joey was unbanned, and he could have done it, but then he didn't. I don't know."
I still haven't seen a story that is his side of the story.
Yeah,
And if Netflix doesn't cover that, they're fools. They're fools. And I'm going to be also angry. Like, I just want to know.
we need the full story because I'm still so upset about it because the dude who won wouldn't have won if Joey Chestnut was in it.
No, because he also randomly ate 57 hot dogs on 4th of July.
Yes, he did. And did you also see? I don't remember if we talked about this last week. How he ate 200 wings.
That's so insane. Like, get that man a new toilet. That's all I'm thinking. Because
One of those fancy
like
ones.
buffalo wings?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings like posted.
By the way, that sounds great.
Yeah, they were like, hey,
We're filming this in the morning, but that sounds great.
yeah, they made a post. They're like, hey Joey, because I guess they're running this all you can eat boneless wings
Amazing.
deal,
About to take that down.
and they were like, hey Joey, if you come here and eat 200 wings, we'll extend it until like August 14th.
He's a man of the people. So
And
he
he did
got
it,
us an
like, the next
extension on
day.
the free. Heck yeah. You know what? If you have a weird superpower, you do have to use it for good, right?
Yeah,
I want
he's-
Joey Chestnut to just show up in all these places and be like, if I throw down 100 Big Macs, you got to bring back the dollar menu or something like that. Like, I think we can solve our inflation crisis if Joey Chestnut just goes and eats a lot at all these places.
I feel like we're missing a Food Network show
Opportunity.
with Joey Chestnut. What was it? Man versus Food? Was that the one where he would go around and try to do all the challenges?
I think so.
Why not just have Joey Chestnut do that?
Why doesn't he have his own show? Do you think he's just like too normal? Because there's no way they didn't offer him a show, right? Or are we just better than everyone else?
Unless he's like super healthy the rest of the time.
Nah.
No?
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
He lives actually here in Indiana. Did you know that?
No. We could just go find.
Yeah,
I have access to Joey Chestnut.
He lives in Westfield.
Holy crap. So we could actually
we'll
just do
something
that
like that.
While we gear up for Olympic flag football, we'll just start a cooking show, Joey Chestnut.
Yeah,
now we're a production company. This is amazing. We're doing so well.
We are. Things are looking up.
You know what? We typically film or record, I guess, in the evening. Well, we got to do mornings because we are cooking on ideas today.
I'm going to have to quit my job and just do this full time.
Heck yeah. Here we come.
Production company.
And in a way, we're like a sports production company because I think his eating is still a sport, even if that's a cooking show.
Yeah, they have their own league.
Yeah.
So I call it a sport.
Well, he's like not in that league though, right? We could just start our own eating league. We can come up with a better name for sure.
Yeah.
Fast eating league. Fell.
Yeah, the all you can eat league.
Oh, I like that one. That's actually way better. All you can eat league.
Yeah. All you can consume league. Because I guess they drink sometimes.
The lemonade contest.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have to get into that. We don't have to be a drinking contest.
Yeah, eating is.
Also, do you remember way back in the day when the Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii came out?
Yeah.
There's a radio station that had a water drinking contest. If you won the Wii.
Oh.
A woman drowned. She drank so much that she actually drowned her body and died.
You know what else is crazy about the Wii? The Wii Fit.
Yeah, I remember that.
It had the little scale, and I would step on it, and it'd be like, "That's obese."
Oh. You're like video game company.
Yeah.
Don't tell me about my body.
But they said it in such a nice way that it didn't hurt my feelings.
To be fair, it's made in Japan, so
Yeah.
even I'm obese in Japan. So
yeah, it was that's wild. That's obese.
That's crazy that we killed ourselves over a Nintendo Wii. That was like a release. That's so awful. I don't like that at all. That was a children's video game. I know it was Wii Fit, but let's be real. That was a children's video game and
a little kid getting on there and telling that little kid it's obese. I mean, if it is,
what is that? What are we doing? It's really important to talk to your doctor.
Yeah.
That's the lesson. That's what the video game should actually just say. Hey, we're just a video game. Go talk to your doctor. Now let's play some digital sport and pretend like.
I think it would be cool if.
I was great at Wii golf. My Wii golf game was sick,
but
my real life golf game.
Like if we Fit would tell you what diseases you had, be like, oh, that's diabetes, or you have cancer.
But in that nice little
yeah. That would
you
be
have
awesome.
cancer. Let's not diagnose cancer with Wii Fit.
I don't need to go to the doctor. Wii Fit is my doctor.
We do have all of the weird you can get an Aura ring, or there's the mirror by Lululemon that's like a workout. It's supposed to, you would see a trainer in the mirror, I think. It's super expensive. I did not buy one, so I can't really tell you. I'm sure someone out there has one. But you're working off of not a full gym, so I don't know. It's probably AI based.
Yeah, I did look in the
I guess
Aura ring thing. Those are really expensive.
Those are expensive. They do seem cool
for
all the things that it tracks. That's very different. But maybe Wii was actually just the first to do it. I feel like they could totally just do more now with how far that kind of industry, data analytic, virtual workout sort of situation, it's gone a lot farther.
Yeah, they don't even need I guess they do need the scale, but they could just have a camera and just look at you and tell you all kinds of things about your body.
That's basically what that mirror does. So who knows? Okay, well, best of luck to Nick. I don't think anyone hates him. I think they're happy to have the drama. So congrats on being the drama, Nick. Amazing. All right. Next topic is kind of random because it's not in the news, but it is I think it came out last month. So it's not a super new documentary, but it's called Perfect Wife. It's the Sherry Papini story. Have you heard this? What a name,
Sherry Papini.
Papini. And
no.
Also, I mean, we'll get into this in a second, but I don't think that's her last name anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's very like real life Gone Girl. This mother of two wife, like they live in Redding, California. If anyone's familiar, it's near San Francisco. It's a very nice area. One of the nicest areas up there. She is stereotypical, like cute little blonde girl, has her husband, doing life, feels very like Leave It to Beaver. One day she goes missing. This woman is missing for a month. They cannot find her. They don't know what happens. Like her husband found like maybe her phone and her AirPods or something like that. And he's the one that reported her missing. And there's just like nothing to really go off of. They don't know what to do. So he's out there begging for someone to, tell them anything they know. And they got like a lot of weird tips, I think, which is probably normal when something like that happens. I think, people want to be helpful and they end up with like phantom sightings.
I wonder if the husband was ever a suspect, usually.
He was.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like, and people thought he seemed guilty because they're like, oh, like you're the one that found the like phone in the
usually the husbands
dirt.
Are the first ones.
Unfortunately, it's because a lot of them do it. But here's the thing. So this woman shows up after a month of being missing. Some guy finds her on like, I think the side of the road. She has him call the cops. She's like screaming, freaking out. She's like, it's me. I've been missing. I was kidnapped. And she goes on to have like this elaborate story about two women kidnapping her, ends up with a touch of racism in there because two Latina women. But the more the police like investigate the kidnapping that she's proclaimed, because when she shows up, she's black and blue. She is like branded, like she's had like heat. What do you call that? Like it is branding, right?
Yeah, branding.
Yeah, and like it looks pretty bad, right? It looks pretty serious. She has been through it. She's emaciated. She's been starved. But as they kind of pick at things, they slowly uncover the real story. This woman ran away. She ended up living with an ex-boyfriend for this month who happened to play hockey. And so once they find the ex-boyfriend and kind of interrogate him, he runs through like all of her bruises and is like, slap shot, like stick to the face. Like he's just going through all the things they did to get her to that point.
So she purposefully wanted him to hurt her?
Yes, exactly. He helped do these things. And she just stopped eating, like slowly stopped eating. She branded herself. Like she did that part alone. She did all of these things. And then like just like turned up again and tried to.
So is that her way of re-entering the world? Like, oh, I was kidnapped. That's why I was missing.
Yeah.
Why not just, I don't know, show back up. Be like, oh yeah, I left you.
Why stage she was never intending to like, I think she always intended to come back. Like, I think this was for the drama of it. You have to watch it. It's like an 8-part series. You feel so bad. Her husband's name is Keith Papini. He takes care of the 2 kids now. And Sherry Papini, his wife, is obviously in jail because one does not simply create a giant hoax that costs a lot of money for the police to investigate for years on end. Because this happened in 2016. And I think it was, I think the trial took quite some time. But this documentary, like, this was one that got me sucked in. Like, I binged it for sure. I don't think I often binge things, but this one was really wild because you just can't believe someone out there is that insane. Like, this type of insanity exists.
Did hockey player guy go to jail for doing the bruising?
I think they considered him to be someone that was manipulated.
Okay.
Like, and he very much was. Like, he's like, well, I thought I was helping her. Like, I thought I was doing this. Like, she made her husband seem so terrible. Because also, like, I don't know how many spoilers I can give away. It's a real story. So even if you Google it, like, this is also, like, done by her husband. Her husband is the narrator to this, so feels like it should be the most accurate.
Yeah, should be.
But you kind of find out some things about her past, and, like, she had cheated on her husband, and that always kind of painted him out to be like a really bad guy. But I think the realistic side of it is he was just a normal guy. I think they had just a normal marriage where, yeah, like sometimes things weren't perfect, but she certainly was far beyond perfect.
Okay.
She was a nightmare.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So it's really crazy. But I just thought, like, as I watched this, I just thought, there are people out there that are this crazy.
I
Like,
can't imagine
stage my own kidnapping and get myself beat.
Right. Why would you go through all that pain?
Listen, if I have to take, like, you get a splinter. If I have to take that splinter out, that's really hard for me.
I actually just had one right before we started recording.
And
like, I was
those
like,
hurt.
yeah.
Like, or if you ever just like I ran into my bed frame this week.
Yeah.
I have a huge bruise on my shin that hurts so bad. Like, none of that's even on purpose. I don't want to. Can you imagine doing that on purpose? Like running full speed into a wall?
Well, what kind of wall? Like a drywall?
I mean, no, because that one, like a brick wall.
Oh, brick wall. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no.
Drywall might be kind of fun.
Well, because you can run through it.
Yeah.
Well,
destruction.
Depends what's on the other side.
Right. You don't want to hit the stud. You want to get between the studs, go through, and look awesome.
And I just want to say, like, shoulder down.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, don't use your head. Also, I think just knowing that element, it's just like a touch of proving that we could do Olympic flag football. Not that they tackle, but we know good tackle when we see one, and we know how to get through drywall.
Yeah, I think you got to go non-dominant shoulder
left
forwards. Might be my right.
Yeah.
It feels stronger for some reason.
I am right-handed, but I feel like I would want to lead with my left shoulder.
Yeah, same.
That's weird.
Same but opposite, yes.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about, but
us lefties, we're crazy.
That's one thing they didn't answer in this documentary. Is she a lefty?
Yeah.
Might be that bit of touch of the lefty.
What do they say? We're creative?
Yeah, you're supposed to have the creative side of your mind on lock.
Well,
she's creative. I mean,
yeah, she is.
She came up with a whole plan to just for funsies, I guess. I mean, why not? Why not add a little spice to everybody's life?
She was bored one day.
Nothing spices up a marriage quite like a falsified kidnapping.
Heck yeah.
Like, whenever you're just like, your marriage is just going through a rut. You have those times where you're just missing each other. Like, and I don't mean like missing each other, like so sad we haven't seen it. I mean, like, you're just not connecting, right? You're like, I'm in the left lane, you're in the right lane. Just do a fake kidnapping.
Yeah, it'd be real great.
Get you right back on track.
It'd be real great if one of us got kidnapped right now.
Just like 22 days apart, the heart grows fonder.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Love it.
That's real love. That's how you handle those situations. That is what makes marriages stronger. We'll also write a marriage help book later.
Yes.
We'll add that to the
There will be a kidnapping chapter.
How to.
Yep.
We might have to get some tips on how to create fake bruising if you're going to falsify it. So
I'm not doing the real thing.
The pain must be real. The kidnapping must be fake for this to work. It's a very delicate balance. Anyway. All right. Next topic, because this one is also insane. Back to a news cycle. AT&T had a data breach. What year do you think this data breach happened if they're talking about it in the year of our Lord 2024?
I think it was last year.
Nope, it was 2022.
Okay.
Hey, AT&T, thanks for letting us know a giant data breach happened where they said, quote, nearly all users were affected. Amazing. I feel like if nearly all of your customers were affected by a data breach, you tell them perhaps in that year, maybe even that same month.
You should.
Feels like better practice to do that, because what can I do 2 years later?
Pretty sure that's like 101 in, like security.
I think it's 101 in like good PR also. Just tell people what happened.
Actually, I do remember seeing this. I actually just looked up. I got an email this week from Google One because I have to pay because I need more storage space.
Of course.
And when you get that, you get the dark web monitoring for it as well. I got an email that my stuff was on the dark web.
Shut up. Wait, I don't like that. Now I'm scared. My stuff's definitely on the dark web.
And I can't remember
it's because I'm on the dark web.
Who the new one was. But the one right below that was AT&T. And all they got was my phone number, is what it said.
So that was one thing. Like, I'll give AT&T credit. They said that the hacker or like this data breach did not include names, addresses, or socials. So the scariest things that somebody could take it from you,
Yeah.
I feel like we're safe. So I would guess maybe numbers, account numbers, or something like that. I don't know what came with
Yeah,
it.
and it must be my work phone because I don't have AT&T.
You should really keep your information on the dark web and just see if you can like access it, because then it'll like open up opportunities for you. It's like a new
Opportunities.
Yeah, who knows? I don't know.
like-
But like if LinkedIn exists on the normal web, then like dark web LinkedIn has to exist. Like
For the seedy jobs.
yeah, maybe. I
Okay.
don't know.
Got a resume and everything.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Like drug dealer, you can't put that on LinkedIn. Like
Yeah.
dark web LinkedIn.
Yeah. I've stolen
Dark web Amazon?
$3 million from people's bank accounts.
Yeah.
Put that on there.
That's a really important data point if you're looking for a new hacking position.
Yeah, I would think. Yeah. You know what? There's probably a website for that.
Yeah.
How do they find these new
Darkweblinkedin.com.
like yeah, how else would they find the new all these groups that come together?
It's 100% how gangs have grown. I can't take myself seriously on this. That's how gangs recruit now. It's all very standardized process. You have to apply. The Bloods and the Crips are definitely on there.
You think that has like a one button apply? So they don't have
No, I don't. Well, you know what? I could see the Bloods and the Crips being an easy apply people, but I think like Italian mafia, like you have to go to their website and do the whole shindig, and it's not going to like splice up your resume right. It's going to be a whole song and
No,
dance.
yeah, you have to upload your resume and then you have to fill out the form of everything that's on your resume.
Exactly. You're just copy and pasting.
Yeah.
And you know what? I've worked for Italians before, and that feels very right. I think that would be that. But the Bloods and the Crips, easy apply.
Easy apply. One click apply.
Click application to your next dream job.
Wow. And that we start talking about this. How did we get here?
Oh,
AT&T. Yeah.
data breach. Yeah. So I have no idea what these people got. To me, it's kind of like name, address, social. That would be what I would be most concerned for. So again, I'm guessing phone numbers, account numbers, things like that. But doesn't feel great that they waited 2 years to let us know that nearly all of us, as an AT&T customer.
Yeah. I mean, thankfully for me, all they got was my work phone number. Good for you.
I mean, selling data has to be a moneymaker, right? Like that's why you're getting robocalls, is because someone took numbers out of this breach, sold it, made money
every day.
Continued on.
They're wanting to buy my house all the time.
Oh, those text messages never stop. And it's like different names I get to. Hey, Brianna, are you wanting to sell? Like, do you have any other properties to sell?
Right. And then
no, never via text message am I going to sell my home. It's just not going to go down that way. First and foremost, I would probably try like a real realtor and then maybe Zillow and then maybe dark web Zillow.
Yeah.
Just to see where I get.
I got probably 3 texts this week from numbers I don't know. They're like, what are you doing? Not replying to you.
Oh no, I'm in it. I want to reply to those people. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll give you a call back if I feel like it's like a scam. I'm into it. I want to.
You're one of those people.
I want to see how far they can commit to the bit.
You want to waste their time.
Yeah, but I become like the craziest customer they've ever had. Like I'm going to rattle off numbers. I'm going to come up with ideas.
Oh yeah. There's a comedian who does that.
So many questions.
James Veach.
Oh, really?
You'll have to look him up.
I'm going to have to steal what he's got going on then.
He replies to spam emails.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
Yeah, you would like that.
I like to act like I know the prince that they're talking about. Like, I'm like, oh my God, yeah. No, I know. I didn't know he's going through it. Gosh.
Yeah.
I'll just like direct Venmo him, though. I'm not going to do it over this, shady email. So.
You know what? You know what I hate? Is when you go into Costco or Sam's Club, even some Walmarts do this as well.
Yes.
You're walking into the store, almost like the first big aisle that you get down, and they have those phone carriers right there. Hey, you guys want to switch to blah, blah, blah? No, I don't. Like if I wanted to switch, I would go to the store. I'm here to like get toilet paper in bulk. Not to switch my phone carrier. Yeah, I hate that so much.
I'm going to divulge something. I have been someone that I was like, you know what? I will take you up on that.
You've done it.
I was like, run the numbers. Let's see. Yeah.
You're the reason they're still in there harassing me.
They were also not prepared, and I actually couldn't get anything done in store. So I think they're
Oh.
also kind of like BSing it is the like trap there. So not only are they harassing you, but at least in my situation, they weren't ready to help me either. So I feel like everybody's getting wasted time.
Yeah,
I wasted time, they wasted time, and they're just out there wasting time.
that makes me even more angry.
Yeah. So don't actually take them up on that offer because they can't do anything for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where was this? Costco?
I think it was actually in a Target.
Oh, Target.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it can happen anywhere now.
Yeah, now
they're in every
Man.
store. But yeah, it was a Target, and I think we just moved to Texas, and I actually did need to get like service set up, and I was like, oh yeah, that would be super helpful.
Okay.
Went to go start that process, and like something happened. He was like, oh, actually, sorry, I can't do that here, and it felt very misleading because that is every time you walk in a store, that's what they tell you they can do, and
yeah.
one could not have.
I can
service
help
set up
you,
there.
but not in the way you think I can.
I think they could literally just kind of sell you a phone at Target. At least they had phones
Okay.
to sell, and maybe at a Costco he could have got the job done and got my internet service started or whatever I was trying to purchase that he said he could sell me. Who knows? Maybe different stores have different games, you know?
Yeah, they probably do.
I think this guy was just ready to sell me a phone and I didn't need that. So
Yeah. Oh, the other thing, the random calls and robocalls and all that is if you have WhatsApp,
yeah,
I get
a
added-
lot of weird
yeah,
groups.
you get added to groups all the time.
Most of mine are people in China trying to sell me
Crypto?
No, good like shoes and like luxury items that are knockoffs for cheap.
Ah.
But what's crazy is some of them aren't cheap. Like I've for sure looked at these shoes before and they were the same exact price as the real thing. And I was like, well, this is not even this is not a deal. Now I'm just paying for really good fake shoes that look
Yeah.
I mean, they were spot on. They looked just like the real thing, but I was like, well, it's not a deal. And then I'd have to pay for shipping from China.
Yeah, I keep getting added to like each week the name changes. It'd be like John's crypto group, and then next week it's Mike's crypto group.
I have had a couple crypto ads, and you're just like, I don't want to be in this group.
No, I immediately leave. I'm like, gosh,
you and everyone else, like, and who's staying in those groups?
I don't know.
Because they have to be somewhat effective if they're like bothering to do that. Like someone had a success rate of at least 50%. I'm thinking. If you bother to do that, find all these numbers. Also, that's where your AT&T data leak also went. It went to people who are selling crypto. They're definitely into it.
Yeah, I don't know enough about crypto to like get involved with it. I mean, I have a little bit of Bitcoin, not a full one, obviously.
Yeah.
Unless I was in it back in the day.
Yeah, if you were in Bitcoin way back when, you're rolling in it.
Yeah.
I actually have some Bitcoin somewhere, but I don't know which one it was, and it was like I had like $20, so who knows what it is now.
That brand new car is close.
Probably. I probably have 3 brand new cars now, depending which like Bitcoin it was, or is there only one Bitcoin?
There's only one Bitcoin, yeah.
It's the
There's
crypto
different cryptocurrencies,
okay.
yeah.
Well, then I'm doing all right because Bitcoin's stock has like been, it's always volatile, but it's been all right.
It's pretty up there. I remember there was it's going to be nerdy, but I think it was a StarCraft 2 tournament a long time ago.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, it's a video game.
Okay, cool.
And the first place got, prize money. Second place got prize money. Third place got like, I don't know, 15 Bitcoins, which, back then was worth nothing really.
Right. They were like, what the heck's Bitcoin?
Yeah. If you would have kept that, oh my gosh.
Thousands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hundreds.
Hundreds of thousands?
It's like,
that's insane.
Last I looked, Bitcoin was up to like 60,000.
Oh my gosh. I do love the idea of it because basically we decentralized the bank, right? It's like people decided that this is what it's worth.
Yes.
And I love a bit of chaos. Like I just do. I'm all for like, let's turn off the social medias for the kind of social experimentation of it all. So I'm down. I'm in. But I don't have Bitcoin, so I would like to still use the dollar. Pro centralized banking because I didn't hop on to trend because it started when we were like...
Yeah, we were pretty young.
Yeah, like not old enough to be concerned investing is all it. That's
Right.
the age.
Or to even like know.
I was not investment age.
No.
Listen, I'm pro Bitcoin, anti me not having money, so we need to hang on to the dollar bill for a little bit longer. If we want to let go of any other random things, the euro, if that turns into Bitcoin, fine, whatever. I just won't go to Europe for a while, obviously, because the conversion rate would be miserable. But whatever people want to do, I'm into it. Go forth and prosper.
Like if the whole world had the same currency,
Be easy to travel.
How would that work?
Well, I think some nations would be better off. I think, could that actually happen? Like the valuation of Bitcoin in the US be the same as in Japan? Because like if you think about a yen, it's like $5 is like 1,000 yen.
Yeah, because I remember we went to, I think it was Indonesia, and we traded $100 US, and we were millionaires. We had like 1,000,000 rupees.
I love that. That's really fun. I would just want to like take pictures with money for the first time and be like, look at me.
You know, I think what was it? Like a hamburger or something was like 5,000 rupees.
Yeah. Well, inflation does that, right? It's like you feel, yes, you have millions of dollars that are worth nothing.
Exactly.
I don't know if it's a dollar, but like in Argentina, the Argentine currency is so often like ripped off, like fake money finds its way into the market by a lot, and it's just such a volatile market that you actually can't exchange it in the US. I found that out the hard way. So they'll take American money there because it at least holds steady.
So even if you have real money, they won't take it here.
Yeah, they can't take because it's also like ripped off, like duped so well that it's like hard to tell.
Huh.
But it's also just kind of worthless. Also, if anybody wants just a like rabbit hole to Google, the Argentine president who's like BFF with Elon Musk and is just freaking crazy. Like Google that for some fun.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
That's a whole other story for a whole other time. We might have to cover him because he looks insane. He looks like he honestly should just be like an Elvis impersonator. He doesn't have black hair. I can't explain it. But if you look up a picture of this man, you'll see what I mean. Like he looks like he definitely needs to just like work in Vegas. But he's actually the president of Argentina.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good for him.
I think he's doing okay. Like, I think Argentina for the first time in years had like a month where like they didn't have inflation go up or something. I don't know. I need to know more information before I talk about him. All I really can say is that he is friends with Elon Musk and he is flamboyant.
Okay.
He's a lot. He also like constantly has a chainsaw in his hand. Like every photo you see of this guy, he's got a chainsaw. So that's what we're working with.
Okay. Yeah, that's different.
I know.
Maybe crazy.
Maybe a little bit. Those are the people that exist. He's president of a country.
A chainsaw.
Yeah.
All right.
And he is president. I mean, not that we can say a lot either. I mean, ours are, half asleep, but he's got a chainsaw, so that's exciting.
That's pretty cool, actually.
I bet that's why he got elected.
Yeah. Are they a democracy down there? I don't know.
I think they used, they have to be. He's president.
Okay.
But I feel like perhaps they went through some not democracy moments.
Isn't Russia democracy too?
Correct. Well, and let's be real, the man with the chainsaw, I mean that could be force. I don't know. Maybe that's why everybody votes for the guy with the chainsaw because he's got a chainsaw.
That's a good platform to run on. Just carry a chainsaw.
You're
everywhere.
Just ready to go. What a
He's
scary
gonna clean
movie.
He's going to clean up the country.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
He took that. That was, I hope his campaign poster
he watched it.
I hope his campaign poster looks like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie posters. And if somebody hasn't done that for that man, then why do we even have AI? Why? I need that immediately. That's what I'm doing today when I go home.
I used AI this week for work. I made a logo for this little
fun
app thing, power app I made. I was like, it needs a logo.
I love that.
Boom, logo.
I used an AI photo of a person for social media work. So we're just like super savvy people, I guess.
Yeah, we're the next big tech thing.
And sports production company.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning, move over.
Yeah, we have it all.
We do have it all.
We'd have to think of a cool name for our production company.
It'll come to you because you already named our eating league also.
Oh yeah, all you can eat.
Yeah.
I do like that name.
Yeah, I think we actually should probably seek interest in that.
I'll trademark it right
Perfect.
after this.
Let's do it. I have a BT dub for you.
Okay.
The NFL
I
is
know what that is now.
Yeah, the NFL is considering allowing private equity. Up to 10% of a team could be private equity. Like,
So I could own 10%.
yes. So obviously right now to own a team, you'd have to be a billionaire, probably multi-billionaire, because
Yeah.
most teams are like valued at a couple $1 billion at this point. So now it's kind of opening it up to, I forget what they call it, like, but a different class of people. It's like a asset class is what
Okay.
it would be considered, because you would not have to be a billionaire. You could be in a group, obviously, purchase up to 10% of a team,
What about the Packers? Green Bay Packers.
publicly traded, right?
Yeah, because I know they're not like owned by a big, millionaire, billionaire guy. They're like the
They're a
people.
publicly traded
Yeah, the
company.
people own them.
I don't know if the Packers were just different from the get-go, but technically it's also just different because investment like is different than private equity.
Okay. Yeah.
And I don't know enough. I know enough to be dangerous, but I don't know enough to go into that side of it.
Right.
But I feel like it's a big deal because like all we have are billionaire owners for all of these football teams, and to open it up to people who kind of are like asset rich or whatever. I mean, it's still going to be very wealthy people owning something that will make them more wealthy, but it also makes sports in general, because the NFL is kind of, I think, still the biggest.
Yeah, that's kind of cool actually. I wonder how much you need to join.
It would probably depend on the group that is
Okay.
in that, like,
Okay,
or like
so
whatever
you're-
company, right?
So you're part of a group, and then the group shares the profits.
There's some Wall Street guy that's like screaming at us right now. And I wish so badly that I could hear him right now to explain this to me.
Uh-huh.
But sadly, that is not how podcasts work. I cannot hear him screaming at us through his radio. But someone needs to call in and tell us how that works. Because we could own a football team, maybe. I don't know how much money it would take to get in on it. I don't know what 10% of $2 billion is.
I think we could put our production
million?
company up as collateral.
Yeah, we've got a Joey Chestnut TV show that he hasn't said yes to yet, but whatever.
Right.
And we've got a eating league. We are our own sports league.
Oh, and that TV show.
Oh, we could host an eating contest at an NFL game, because who doesn't want to see how much, like,
Nachos.
yeah, that's exactly where I was going with that, is how many nachos you could eat.
Or pretzels.
I also had like a brain moment where I was like, would you drink the nacho cheese? And that grossed me out. And I had to
Ooh.
pause. Like a nacho cheese drinking contest?
It's not. I don't feel like it's very liquidy enough.
You'd chew the nacho cheese?
You'd almost have to like get a spoon and spoon it.
That's like, I feel like that, like the consistency of pudding, maybe?
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's
Yeah.
a terrible eating contest then, because you can't like spoon
It would
it.
be funny to watch though. People just going like this as fast as they can, shoveling cheese in their mouth.
Ugh.
That's great.
I think I would throw up if I had to watch
Okay.
that.
Well,
I would help you do all of the back work, but I would not attend said event.
it's an extreme eating competition.
Yeah, at an NFL game, so it'll be epic.
Yeah, I think people would love it. Or if you want that kind of consistency, maybe just do chocolate pudding.
But you don't get chocolate pudding at a football game. That was the point. Is
Oh,
we're
it's
like
got to
doing
be
this,
food
yeah,
there. Okay, yeah.
at the thing.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody does have chocolate pudding. What a random thing! Could you imagine?
I'll take the nachos and the chocolate pudding. It's like $10.
I want a pudding cup.
Yeah.
Just one pudding cup, and you.
The-
I want that camera shot of a man that's like shirtless, painted with like just a pudding
Yeah.
cup in the stands.
Yeah.
I want to see what happens when that guy gets mad.
Dang.
Just throw that pudding cup on the ground.
That would change football forever if they had pudding.
Maybe that's what they need next. I don't know. Let them.
Roger, if you want some ideas,
We got them all.
yeah, just sell some pudding. That's our first idea.
We'll let them start with private equity and Then we'll move up from there, and we'll sort it out.
Yeah, we'll let them figure that out first.
Anyway, BT dub.
Pudding's it's a big one.
Yeah.
That feels bigger than the equity, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, then I guess my BT dub is BT dub NFL. You should sell pudding.
Yeah. That's a good one.
There you
I
go.
like it. Put that on a t-shirt.
NFL, you should sell pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah, wear that to the game.
Yeah. Ooh, I would do that.
I honestly feel like the Packers fans would get into it, right? I think they'd like it.
Yeah.
Because they like cheese. I bet they sell the most nacho
They wear it on
cheese.
their head.
Right. We can get them into pudding.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Cheese pudding? Is it just nacho cheese sauce, but
All
we
you
could
can
call it
eat-
cheese pudding?
All you can eat extreme cheese competition happens at Packer games.
Oh, the constipation would be so terrible afterwards.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. You'd be packed. But
Didn't.
yeah.
Let me do that for
I
you.
don't know if I have the button for that.
We'll find it. If you're gonna get funny, we're gonna figure it out. Oh,
I
there
do
you
have
go.
it. Look at that.
Delayed, but worth it.
Yep.
All right, Keith, it has come. It's time for a nightcap, a Pop Tart nightcap.
Pop Tarts. All right. Yeah. So my mom asked me this week, you ever put butter on your Pop Tart?
Gross.
And I was like, what are you talking about? Is that a thing? People do that?
Be a little butter in their fake bread,
And she's like, yeah, I actually saw it on a commercial. And I was like,
like a commercial for a Pop Tart.
yeah, for Pop Tarts.
Pop Tart is telling you to butter their tart.
Yeah.
That seems. Does that? I feel like we might have to bleep that out. That just seems like I said something wrong.
Ugh. Yeah, I was like, I've never done that. This is the first time I'm ever hearing about it.
People do this.
People do this.
It's not real food, first and foremost. So why would you put butter on like plastic food? Basically,
She knew a person that did it.
No,
It's like,
like you put it in the toaster and then you put butter on it.
yeah, I guess, and it melts. I don't know. Like you already have the Pop Tarts already flavored.
I'm not okay with this. Yeah, yeah. So
You don't
you've
need
got
to
like
add butter.
strawberry Pop Tart with icing on it. It also has like fake crusty icing on it,
Yeah.
and we're putting butter on that.
Strawberry with butter?
What
I don't know.
flavor Pop Tart do you think that could? Cinnamon? Maybe cinnamon and butter. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I would do that. Maybe
I would try it.
would
Like-
you try it on the chocolate one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
I like
probably
the chocolate
would.
one.
Yeah.
The cinnamon one's good
As long
too.
as you're not
the brown
getting like
sugar.
a fruit flavor.
Yeah, you're not doing
like the
that.
blueberry one. They get some weird flavors.
I don't do the flavored stuff.
They're like Oreos. Like Oreos have so
Yeah.
many weird flavors. Pop Tarts have.
When I do Pop Tarts, which isn't very often, it's a rare occasion. It's like a special occasion Pop Tart.
You get a special occasion
Yeah.
Pop Tart.
It's usually chocolate fudge, I think is the flavor name, or
Yeah.
the brown sugar cinnamon.
They're honestly kind of like really dry cookies. That's how I think of Pop Tarts, is as really dry cookies.
Now, do you warm them up in the toaster, or do you eat them out of the package?
No, I definitely, if I eat them, I just eat them out. Because it's not real food. I'm not going to take the time to dress up this thing like it's anything more than what it is.
I mean,
It is processed, hard, like supposed to be stale. It's like purposefully stale food. I'm not going to pretend like I'm doing anything fancy by throwing that in a toaster. And I'm sure as heck not bothering to put butter on it.
it changes the flavor. Maybe that's why they put the butter on
You
there.
then have the flavor of butter.
No, I'm
like,
talking about just putting it in the toaster.
it
no
changes the
butter.
flavor.
Yeah.
It
'Cause
like
then you got-
activates its ingredients.
Then you got warm chocolate.
Pop Tarts are heat activated. Is
Yeah.
this what you're telling me?
You got to put them in the microwave. Or not the microwave, the toaster. You got warm, melty chocolate.
I mean, you can probably put it. It honestly, a Pop Tart deserves a microwave. It doesn't deserve a toaster. That's like of the microwave generation faux show.
In the foil package too, right? Just put it, just
let
crack it open,
just
put it in there.
Let it light fire
Yeah.
in the microwave.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
smoky. It's smoky now.
That's the flavor that I want of fake pop. Like,
Yeah.
it's a fake tart, first off. I mean, also, tarts aren't big and square. Why'd they call it tart? It's not a tart.
Yeah, aren't tarts? I think a tarts is like round,
It's like a
like a little round.
hot pastry. I wonder if
yeah,
that already existed.
English. I think of tarts in England.
Yeah. Yeah, they
or
seem. I mean, I think of
European.
scones, tarts. Those are all European breakfast.
Not here. Now
items.
it's just a rectangle,
We said here.
flat rectangle.
It's basically like, I think the inventor
That's
of
a
the
big
iPad
Pop-Tart.
was like, he was looking at a Pop Tart one day and he said, "What if this did something?"
Yeah.
And then they invented the iPad.
That's how Steve Jobs made the iPhone.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's the same size almost.
It was like, I wish I wasn't eating. I wish I was.
Yeah.
I wish I was working.
You know what? What if
But
I
I'm
could?
like,
He was
freaking
looking at it. He was like, what if I could listen to music on this?
and he made.
Yeah. And it had a little wheel.
If it, it had like the name already there, but someone at Apple talked him out of it. They were like, iPhone.
He was eating an apple Pop Tart, which I don't even know if that's a flavor.
Probably is. They've got everything.
Ooh, like a cinnamon apple Pop Tart?
Maybe.
I don't know. It would have to be fake. Well, I mean, obviously, because you can't fit like little chunks of apple.
He could have been eating any flavor, but I think he took it and he was like, listen, he like laid down this Pop Tart and he was like, tart phone. And they were like,
yeah.
That means something else in another country. So they went with iPhone.
I'm buying a tart phone.
I wish we had tart phone.
I will switch from Android to tart phone.
If it was called
tart phone, yeah.
They missed out. That was his OG idea for sure. I'm not making that up. He said tart phone, and they said, and they went with iPhone because someone in marketing said so.
Yeah, marketing, sometimes, I like them most of the time, but sometimes they just ruin it.
Yeah, I'm in marketing, and I would say someone ruined tart phone for us also. Because we know that's the origin story for like 100% realness.
And we can't ask him because
he's dead.
Yeah. So definitely whatever we say.
Or is he dead?
Ooh.
He's probably with the OG tart phone, just off the grid now.
Yeah.
Eating Pop-Tarts with his tart phone.
His prototype? Yeah, he is.
It's just not real food. I just want to get back to that. It's not real food. Don't act like you're really doing something big for breakfast. It's meant to be grab and go. Don't heat it up. It's meant to be grab and go. You are like doing the alternate of what should be done for a Pop-Tart if you're dressing it up. Don't put butter on it. You gonna put jam on it too? It's already got that inside. Or whatever the heck what is the filling also? It's not like jelly.
I would be down to try it.
All of it's fake.
With butter one time.
Did they actually exist? Pop-Tarts? Did we make it up?
I ate them as a kid.
They're definitely in the aisles, but it just feels like a fake food. Feels like everything's fake about it.
So, okay, that's the one thing about Pop-Tarts. If you're having a Pop-Tart, I'd rather have the Pop-Tart brand than like the store's knockoff.
No, because why did they even bother? Like, that's the
because they don't taste.
It's already not great. Like, again, it's stale. Like, the flavor, it's like a purposeful, somebody created this and they said, I want the flavor to be stale strawberry. And they said, perfect. Here's some dough that won't see the light of day for 3 months. They'll buy it. It'll sit in their cabinet for 3 months. And then they'll be like, we ran out of cereal. We ran out of fruit. We ran out of eggs. We ran out of bacon. Shoot, but somebody's hungry. Here's a Pop-Tart.
It looks like my fridge right now.
That's
nothing in it.
That is the story of the Pop-Tart. It's the thing that can sit in a pantry for 3 months and the flavor won't change because it was stale when you got it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The perfect food.
They said, sold, do it.
Yeah.
By the way, there's actually a Netflix movie with Jerry Seinfeld that is about the invention of the Pop-Tart. And it's got...
Really?
It's got him. It has Amy Schumer.
Is that new thing with him? I don't remember what it's called.
Me either. It's
I didn't know that's what it was about.
Though.
Okay.
It is. It has every comedian ever in it.
Melissa McCarthy is in it?
Melissa McCarthy is also in it. James Marsden, I think, is in it. I mean, just genuinely anyone funny is in this movie, and it's hilarious. Whatever it's called. Google exists.
It's like something, maybe.
I have no idea. That wasn't a planned drop, so that's just for funsies, but people can find it on Netflix. It's hilarious. Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, and there's one more thing I wanted to talk about before we head out for the day.
Oh, okay. Are we getting a bonus nightcap?
Bonus nightcap. Round 2. First drink wasn't enough. You got to start early if you're going to day drink.
Oh, yeah.
Social media. I want to take social media privileges away.
Done.
From people when they say stupid stuff.
What kind of stupid stuff? Like what level of stupidity?
So I'm in, our neighborhood, not our neighborhood, but like our city's Facebook group page, right?
Okay, yeah.
And somebody was like, hey, what's a good local bar? And some old dude goes on there and replies, I don't know. I don't go to bars.
He felt like he had.
Then don't reply.
It's like social homework. He was like,
yeah.
I'm tired of people asking me questions I don't know.
Right. They didn't ask you specifically.
What do you think that guy like how does he explain Facebook? Do you think he's like does he take everything personally? He looked at that question and genuinely felt he personally was being asked what's a good bar?
Or, it's like my other favorite thing is when people will go on there like, and they're always older, right?
Well, it is Facebook.
Yeah. They're like, happy birthday, so-and-so. But they like post that on their wall, not on the person's wall. And they don't even tag them. They're just saying happy birthday.
I love that.
That person's never going to see it unless, they're scrolling through and.
Oh, but what a fun surprise.
Yeah. Look. They did tell me happy birthday.
I was going to uninvite them to my
Yeah.
party. But as I scrolled, because I have nothing else going on, I saw that they posted it.
I just want to ban people.
It's like a very sneaky birthday.
Yeah.
You could be minding your own business and then boom, you get wish time.
Like, if you say something stupid, you're getting banned from posting for like a week.
I love it.
And it's not just like, offensive stuff that they actually do ban people for.
Yeah, that's already taken care of.
Right. If you're just being stupid, not on purpose either.
Right.
You're just dumb.
Like, we just need you to maybe not be here.
Yeah. You don't need to reply to the best local bar if you don't go to bars.
I do wonder if those are also individuals who are not socially just awkward.
Yeah.
I guess, like not up with it. Like, do you think you would want to hold a conversation with that man?
I don't know.
Probably not.
He would tell me, like,
he would tell you what he doesn't know and what he does know.
Exactly.
We'll get down to the bottom of it.
I would know everything about him.
My favorite person that I think needs to not be on social media, not because I'm sure they post stupid things, but the people that'll be like it's like junk mail, but they post it and it's like, Mark Zuckerberg, you do not have permission to use my imagery.
Right.
And it's like, girl, you already on the Facebook. Yeah. Right. So here's what I need you to do. Just not be on Facebook.
Yeah. Or my mom's guilty of this. And I always tell her, they'll be like, oh, I got hacked. I'm like, you didn't get hacked. Somebody took your photo, copied it, and then created a new profile and used your picture as their profile picture and then invited all your friends to be friends. You did not get hacked.
They're actually trying to scam you.
Right.
Well, your friends. So you're the lucky one because you are the scammer in this situation.
Yeah.
That's rough.
I had one person, he reached out to me on Facebook. I was kind of fishy that it was a scam. Like, I was like, because the way he was talking to me.
Did he say, hey, mama, do you want to know how to make $5K in a month?
He was like, I don't know. We were talking about old work, like because we worked together in high school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And the way he was replying, I was like, this doesn't sound like him. Like, this is not things he would say. And then I know that he would be like, go on this dude's profile and look and see who else worked there. And then he would like randomly reply with things like, oh, well, so-and-so said this. I'm like,
that's not keeping this conversation going.
And then at the end, they were like, yeah, I'm, I haven't been able to work because I've been hurt. Could you think you could send me some money?
Of course not.
Yeah,
do you remember when we actually had that huge private blow up fight that ended our relationship?
Or like, you haven't talked to me in years.
Right.
And you're going to start all this weird stuff and not even sound like the person and then ask me for money at the end?
Right.
No.
The audacity to have wasted my time.
Yeah.
With memories. And then
that weren't even like
money.
The real memories. Yeah. This person was just making up memories.
It's also like AI memories where it's like the computer tried to come up with what he thinks the memory should be for you, but it wasn't at all.
Because we had some good ones.
That's sad.
It was a nursing home we worked at.
Oh, I can only imagine.
And
I have a really good story that's not mine. And also,
let's hear it.
It's not even about a nursing home, but this just triggered this memory because of a college friend. So my college roommate was in nursing school and had to do the rounds. So nursing home, like hospital. This one was a psych ward.
Nice.
And most of the people you could tell were obviously there for a reason. But there was one guy that she was like, I don't really get it. Like, he seems put together. Like, yeah, sometimes he gets fussy. He doesn't want to take his meds. But, like, I don't know if you were kind of, like, I don't know. Like, even if you're sick, sometimes you don't want to take meds, right? Like, nothing really off about him. Can hold the conversation. Genuinely, like, seems delightful. And so finally one day she asked, like, a nurse that worked there, like, what is that backstory? He had murdered his mother.
But why did he get put in the psych ward?
He didn't remember murdering his mother. He murdered his mother in cold blood and then recalled nothing. So he would actually have moments where he'd be like confused about like why people didn't come to visit him. And
Okay.
it was because he, like, your mom's not coming to visit you because you murdered her.
Oh.
And that was the trigger, obviously, is being like, well.
So he's got brain trauma.
Yeah. Anyway, that's the type of stories I'm assuming you also have now from a nursing home.
No, not really.
Oh, okay, no murderers? Got
No.
it.
Just like things we would find in the dumpster.
Like a Pop Tart? Or
No,
like,
no.
what'd you find?
So there was this
Poop?
one guy. So first of all, he would ride around in his little electric wheelchair,
Love
and
it.
he'd run into
A
all the
rascal?
walls. Yeah, he'd run into all the walls.
Parking by Braille.
Yeah, I was like, man.
Who needs mirrors when you can just hit it and quit
Yeah,
it?
it's like, dude, why did they give you this thing? He's hitting everything. Well,
Because it was free.
He
with
passed away.
AARP. Oh, sad. Oh, was his rascal in the dumpster?
not his rascal, but some of his personal things.
Dang, his family said nah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh.
So we had to take the trash out because we worked in the kitchen, right? So we took the trash down to the dumpster at the end of the night,
Okay.
and it was like the day after this dude passed away, and we see his stuff in there, and the dude who was trying to get the money off of me, he looks in the dumpster and he finds 2 wooden dildos.
Wooden?
Wooden.
Wooden?
They're painted too,
What?
and they had names carved on the bottom with the size.
What?
Yeah, we were like,
What?
why does this guy have these?
I mean, you'll never know.
No.
No wonder that does belong in a dumpster.
Yeah.
What in the
His family,
world?
or maybe it was the workers, were like, let's just throw these away.
You got to help them out, right? Like, you
Yeah.
got to help the family out sometimes. Let's find the things that would be
So lots of questions,
disturbing.
obviously.
So, I have none. I
Like-
don't want the story. I have 0 question. I need no follow-up there.
How long has he had them?
Nope.
How old are they?
I don't want to know any of that. I don't want to know any
they
of
still-
that. I'm okay with this man being dead and never having that story. I don't need
All
it.
right. All right.
Why
well,
do you want? I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
That's
I don't need that man alive.
yeah.
No offense.
That's one of my
RIP.
stories from the nursing home.
And that fake guy, you should have actually just told him that story to entertain him. He's taking his time to try and scam you.
Well,
Like,
no,
give
I
him
think
some
that's
fun
how
in
it
his
started.
day.
Because I sent that guy a message
Oh, about that.
asking him
But it had been hacked.
what the names were.
I
I was like, what did
yeah,
he
I
name
mean-
those again?
yeah.
And so then that guy asked another friend that worked there. He's like, oh, so and so says it was this. And I was like, why would you ask him? Okay. So this dude took him out of the dumpster, right? He took him home.
Ew.
And
Oh no.
he
Oh no.
he put him in bleach.
Yep. Yep.
And
Well, I
he-
hope he put his own hands in bleach after that. Too.
I don't know.
Oh.
But yeah, he took him home, put him in bleach, and he kept him. That's why I thought he knew what the names were.
Gross.
Yep.
Gross.
So that's
And we'll never know because that wasn't even him.
yeah, it wasn't. That's how I knew it wasn't him.
That's going to be the hardest part as people get older, forget Facebook. Like, it's really important that you shut down your social media if you're not going to use it instead of
Mhm.
letting it just sit out there because it does get hacked. It does get like taken over, whatever. It's so important that you actually like close it out because this
Yeah.
is going to happen as the old people that we first referenced kind of pass away and they've got their
Yeah.
Facebook pages out there and it's going to be like nonsense memories coming back around before people ask you for money. I wonder if eventually Facebook will just be only scammers and they will be like, there will be a cycle of them scamming each other. The scamming are getting scammed.
It'll replace the dark LinkedIn. That's what Facebook is going to be.
Well, I don't think it can replace LinkedIn, but it will, like normal Facebook would just become dark web Facebook.
Dark web Facebook. Okay.
Which is like actually just called like back of your head. I don't know, back of your head book.
Bookface.
No, it's got to be the back of your
Oh,
head. It
'cause
can't show
it's-
your face. No Facebook.
Oh, just like
No
pics-
face tablet.
everybody's profile pictures is the back of their head.
Yeah.
Nice. I like it.
I'm laughing too hard at myself today. I
And they
get
can
it.
put like haircuts with smiley faces in them.
As one, I mean, get creative if
Yeah.
you're going to be on back of the
That's what I would do.
head book. And eventually, I guess back of the head book would just absorb Facebook. So then you'd have a 360 view.
And it would create like their own VR headset.
That'd be amazing. All right. Well, that is it for today's episode. Thank you to everyone for joining us. come back again and we'll do another dinner party podcast. Bye.
See ya.